on to stay awake. This was my best game of match day 1 in the Premier League. I tell you, many will try to put out other matches, but if at all you are that unbiased fan, a person who watches football wholeheartedly, this happens to be the best game of match day 1. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where you're watching us from, I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share if at all you're watching us for the very first time. Endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And we're here to see to it that we really bring you the latest as far as this encounter is concerned. It's Fulham 2, Chelsea 3. I'm repeating the result because we had 5 goals into this game. Now, isn't this the only game that went ahead to obviously see it collecting this number of goals? You know, let me check and see. The first game was Arsenal. Arsenal went ahead to beat Coventry by 3-0. That game had 3 goals involved. Hull City 2, Man United 0, 2 goals involved. Ipswich 2, Sunderland 1, 3 goals involved. Everton 2, Palace 0. Those were how many goals involved? 2. Nottingham 0, Leeds 1. That was all about Nottingham. 1 goal involved. Brentford 3. Spurs 0. 3 goals involved. Man City 2, Bournemouth 1. How many goals involved? 3. Brighton 4, Aston Villa 0. Those were 4 goals involved. And Newcastle, Liverpool 2-2, 4 goals involved. And when you look at those results, it just has to run down into your medulla oblongata that today's game had the most number of goals in match day 1. And that's why it best explains that it has been the best game, because these teams came all after themselves. They put out a very thrilling performance in there for you, and I tell you, we enjoyed the game. I don't know what you think about it, but for my case, I really went ahead to obviously enjoy this beautiful game. So smash the like button, comment and share. If you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is in here to break this entire beautiful game of football down. And I tell you, we are not gonna leave any stone unturned. That is it. We are not gonna leave any stone unturned. Not so? So, let's go eyes. And I do have someone watching in here. He goes by names of Mep Biwa Dembe. Okay. Whatever it is. Hello, my brother. Hello, how are you? And where are you watching us from? Now, Chelsea went ahead to climax our match day 1 in style. And how did they climax our match day 1 in style? Chelsea, in just 31 seconds, a man called Carl Palmer went ahead to release João Pedro. And João Pedro went ahead to make it 1-0. He dinked it over the goalkeeper to make it 1-0 for the side of Chelsea. Now, the game was end to end. Fulham was like, I'm coming after you, and Chelsea was like, I'm coming after you. No team was afraid of the other. You know, Highline was played on both sides. They were playing beautiful football. And in the 22nd minute, Josh King went ahead to make it level of Fulham. 1-1. And obviously, I saw a Beloa charging and punching the air, and it was like, Alonso, yeah, you've had me. And obviously, in the 23rd minute, they leveled up. After leveling up, they played an open game, of course. And Morgan Rogers was obviously released by Lokwa, whom they bought from Crystal Palace. He came up and obviously put in a cutback, and Morgan Rogers went ahead to obviously score his goal, or first goal in his competitive debut, and went ahead to obviously do this celebration. You know when you're cold, you're like, I'm cold. Obviously, it's the signature or the trump card celebration for a man known as Carl Palmer. And indeed, it went into the back of the net. Now, in the 45th minute, the referee went ahead to blow the whistle and they went to halftime. And it was a tense game, I tell you. Very, very tense and competitive game where players really needed to use a lot of energy. They were pressing very well. No team respected the other. And I think when we have such managers in the league, Premier League, I think it will become one of the most exciting leagues in the world because two Spaniard managers on the other, on both ends of other teams, that is at the dugout in there, they really showed us why Spain is Spain and what Spain is bringing in through in the Premier League. Now, from there, we came back. 4 minutes into the second half, Yao Pedro went ahead to release Carl Palmer, and Carl Palmer went ahead to net mark the goalkeeper, and it was 3-1, meaning that they thought they had killed off the game by a lead of 2 goals. And Fulham was like, you've gone ahead to really kill it off? Gonzalo Garcia, the man he came with from Real Madrid, said, I'm pulling one back to make it 2-1. Sorry, 2-3. And that's how the game of football ended. But every minute that passed by, you would obviously say a team is obviously going to be scoring. You know, no one was timid of the other. I just loved how everything really went ahead to obviously pan out like that in that particular game of football. I just loved everything. I tell you, I'm in love with this beautiful game. And if Alonso is going to be playing such an open game, then, yep, I'm not going to miss out on any Chelsea game, I promise. I'm going to watch every Chelsea game. And Fulham have gone ahead to earn themselves not a fan or a supporter, but a person who idealizes the way they play. Now, let's check out. Let me tell you the next fixtures of Chelsea so that you guys don't miss out on Chelsea because they are really amazing. Chelsea is playing on Sunday, 16 hours, they are playing Brighton. Another open game because even Brighton plays an open game. And these are kind of games that you shouldn't miss out on, you know. And Fulham is playing who over the weekend? Sunderland, another open game because Sunderland doesn't pack the bus, I tell you. It will come playing an open game and they're going to be playing at home. Obviously, they'll be like, attack me, I attack you. Attack me, I attack you. That's how the game of football is obviously going to be like. So, I just can't wait, man. I just can't wait, man, to see how things will pan out into this particular encounter in here for you. So, that is Sunderland and Fulham for you. You know, taking it on to the levels that you expect it to be. And I tell you, it's really going to be huge in there for you. So, the side of Chelsea went ahead to obviously do the needful. But Fulham has had these players. King, amazing player. Palacios, an amazing player. Oscar Bob, oh my God. Oh my God. And I liked King and the way he played the box-to-box role. Sander Berge was like, I'm shielding the back four. I can play this single pivot alone. Go ahead and obviously cause any havoc you want onto the side of Fulham. To an extent that Iwobi, who started as a 10, was dropped to play as a number 8, and King came in through to obviously do the needful and really get the job done and dusted, and he's an amazing player. I don't think that if he continues to have a season like, if he continues to have games like he's having right now, there is no way he's obviously going to stay at a club known as Chelsea. Sorry, known as Fulham. They'll obviously purchase him. He has been a very good Palacios. Oh my God. Oh my God. Free-flowing football. And this is something that he couldn't obviously orchestrate at Real Madrid. That shows you that certain clubs limit these managers from doing what exactly they're supposed to be doing. Because when you look at Garcia, when you look at Arbeloa, at Real Madrid, he never had the allowance to do this. But he indeed came up and obviously put in a very huge shift altogether. Now, Fulham looked really good. I saw Iwobi, Robinson went ahead to obviously get a 1v1 and he used his weak foot to try to really loop the ball over the goalkeeper and didn't obviously go the right way he wanted it to go. So I tell you, a lot of things are happening, and a lot of things are still happening in there. So I just loved whatever Chelsea went ahead to put out, and Fulham. Now, for Chelsea, their front three went ahead to be on target, and two of those were responsible for the assist of one another. As I told you, in the 31st second of the game, Carl Palmer released João Pedro and he dinked it over the goalkeeper. Then we return in the second half. 4 minutes into the second half, 49th minute, João Pedro releases Carl Palmer. A ball towards the byline, and guess where it went ahead to obviously end? Into the back of the net. You understand? So, I just love everything that is happening in here for you. Oh my God. I haven't obviously gone ahead to understand you, but this is Pastor Stephen, Global Faith. Oh my God. How are you, Pastor? How is the going? It's good to hear from you. EPL is back, and we are back, though my Man United started in tears. I really understand. But all in all, thank you for obviously being part of this amazing video, and having you here is a blessing in there for you. And oh my God, it's been long, Pastor, and it's good to obviously have you here. You see how big social media is, and this is how things really pan out when obviously come out here. It's been some long time, but indeed, we are here and we are good to go, and hope you are good to get to. And how is Nalongo, the twins, and the other kids that you do have? Hope you people are really having a fantastic fun. But he is a United supporter, and obviously, United fans, we have our particular channel. It's known as the United Matters channel. Not so? So if at all you want to see me do United content, that's where we are. And that's where I obviously bring you the content. But here, we do other teams. But good enough, you've gone ahead to join in. You join in, and thank you for obviously coming in through. Now, Chelsea, front three is really deadly. Now, even its manager, known as Xabi Alonso, has gone ahead and obviously had a word to say about his front three. And let me try to look out onto what he has gone ahead to say about his front three, because you really need to know what the manager thinks about his front three. Now, all right, I've landed on it, and let me obviously throw it here. So, the Chelsea manager has said the following on his attack. He has said, once they get the flow and connect well, we know they can create many chances. They have this talent, but not just talent. They have good teamwork. A good start, but we need to help them. It's not that we rely everything on them. The whole team needs to have stability, right? To have control, to have quality, to have toughness, to reach them in the best possible positions. Have you heard? So this is what managers really do. Even if you come out and excel, they'll be like, all right, it's good, but it's not good enough. Good is not good enough. That's what elite managers really come out and obviously say about these particular games of football. And indeed, the manager, it is really good. And it has been an end-to-end game. And I tell you what, it is really one of those games that I really look at and I'm like, oh my God. You know, it's a kind of game that you can watch again and again and again and again and again and again and again. You understand? So, Xabi Alonso has gone ahead to obviously introduce his style. And this is how he's obviously going to be playing throughout the season. I don't think that he'll sit back. That is it. Because he really has one of the best squads in the league. I've always told people that after Arsenal, Man City comes next with the best squad. Chelsea comes third. And I do believe that Spurs has also a good squad. Man United comes fifth. That is it. Liverpool, they still have a lot of things to attend to. I tell you, I don't really count them amongst those teams that really have elite squads. Mr. Sesai is saying hi. How are you, my boy? How are you? How are you, my nigga? I hope you're really doing fine. Now, the manager of Chelsea has also gone ahead to obviously talk about the intensity of the game. It being an end-to-end game, it has to be characterized with what we call intensity. And we've been told by Arteta that It's been a really intense game. We know what it takes to win away games, but we managed well to suffer, to compete, to do well. It takes in certain moments, and that's why it feels great. The early goal helped to get confidence. We had chances to score the second one before the equalizer, but we were quite stable, quite comfortable. Even without the ball, we were a threat. The three strikers combining well and creating chances. To win games away, you need to roll up yourselves. You need to roll up your sleeves. Fight and defend your goal, and it's something we need to do for the future. It's a good first for us. So, this is Xabi Alonso coming up and obviously telling us exactly what he thinks about his team. Obviously, they really had chances to obviously make it 2-0 or 3-0 before the team leveled, because you see, there is like a 23 gulf difference from when they score the first goal to when they concede the second goal. So it's when they concede the equalizer. That is Chelsea for you. So, Sanchez, having gone ahead to obviously try to cost the side of Chelsea, this is what his manager has gone ahead to say. His manager has said, it's not about talking about individuals, their situations. It's about understanding what it takes. For sure, the first goal we can do better than that, but it's a process. It's day one, and normally it's easier to learn with 3 points. Now, this is where I want to send a very big warning to Xabi Alonso that we've seen this guy before. This is what he does, and each and every time you obviously keep him in here as your number one goalkeeper, it will cost you. That's why Chelsea, we are looking out for a player called Diogo Costa from Ajax, and if they feel like they really want to be in what we call the title winning conversation, obviously they have to get in another goalkeeper. I tell you, he's not one of those that will come up and obviously do the needful. And I do believe life has brought this to him, and he has to admit it. You know, sometimes very many people have gone ahead to obviously underlook, you know, what the pundits have gone ahead to say. But he knows to it very well that Sanchez is not that guy who Chelsea needs to be their first choice goalkeeper. That is it. He's good on the ball, but I tell you, sometimes it's beyond being good on the ball. Look at players like David Raya. Good on the ball, good shot stopper, rarely makes mistakes. Liverpool, Alisson Becker. Good on the ball, good shot stopper. Manchester United, Senny Lamens. Good on the ball, good shot stopper. Look at Man City, Donnarumma. Good shot stopper, but on the feet, he's not all that good, but they are trying to obviously mold him into a better guy when it comes to doing what he's supposed to do. So, I don't want to hear anything concerning Alonso saying that the goalkeeper, we shouldn't look at individuals. Let me tell you, when you're talking about the front three, you talked about individuals. You never talked of the team. Why is it that for the good things, you're talking about individuals, and the bad things, you're talking about individuals? Now, if I'm Chelsea, Man City pays me 120 million pounds for this guy. I get off 50 million pounds and bring in Diego Costa. Then the 70 million pounds, I might go in for Emmanuel Kone. That is it, because I saw to it that the stability in that double pivot was onto the next level when Enzo came in. Remember, Caicedo, their captain, and the main guy in their midfield, went ahead to obviously gate whether called niggles or hiccups during the training session leading to this game, and the manager was like, I'm not willing to obviously rush him. That's what he said. So he very much knows, but he's hiding. And I know in the dressing room, Alonso was fuming to this guy, was like, what are you doing? What are you trying to do exactly? We concede because of your mistake. And this is not the first time Alonso is going to come out and obviously do this. I saw Erik ten Hag defend Andre Onana at Man United until when he felt like he can no longer do that. You see? So, Andre Onana, good goalkeeper, came into at Man United, it really failed. But this guy called Sanchez, I do believe he's not the right guy for the job. The goalkeeper to be in between the stitches for the side of Chelsea. I don't know why they've gone ahead to keep him here, because every manager who comes in here has gone ahead to keep him here. You know, Pochettino didn't think of bringing another goalkeeper. And he was signed from, is it Brighton? Potter never thought of bringing another goalkeeper. Enzo Maresca never thought of bringing in another goalkeeper. Now Alonso is here and he has not even thought of bringing another goalkeeper. Who brought in this guy? The sporting director might be a person who idolizes this guy. That is it. But to me, he's not supposed to be the first choice goalkeeper for the side of Chelsea. If he's an understudy of another goalkeeper, it will be very okay. I would put Aaron Ramsdale ahead of him. That is it. Now, Abeloa says, this is a new project. Time is something we coaches don't have. But if we continue to play in that way, we are going to win a lot of games. I'm really happy and proud of my players, what I saw from them. This is the way I want to play, and we are going to play this way, no matter how in front of us, no matter who is in front of us. Now, you are my manager. You are my man. I like to see managers coming in through and obviously playing this expressive football, because right now in the league, you are 100% sure that you are having Alonso, free expression football. Arteta is going to do that. Enzo Maresca is not going to park the bus. Carrick is not willing to park the bus. Areola is not willing to park the bus. Dizabi is not willing to park the bus. Marco Rose of Bournemouth not willing to park the bus. Abeloa not willing to park the bus. The Brighton manager is not willing to park the bus, right? So we are having very many managers who are not willing to park the bus. So we are obviously gonna go to these big games in there for you. And when a team is parking the bus, when one team is parking the bus, the game tends to be boring. That is it. But a promise from Abeloa that he's not gonna change the style of play. This is how he's obviously gonna be playing. A big round of applause. A big round of applause for this man. And I promise I'm not obviously gonna miss out on any game. That is it. Now, Abeloa has also come up and said the following, that Abeloa has said the following about Chelsea, that we made some mistakes we cannot make when you play against a team like Chelsea with their top players, and you concede that mistake, they are going to punish you. It's a good lesson for us, meaning that in their next game, he's thinking of not seeing such things. Now, Gary Neville has gone ahead and obviously told the manager of Chelsea the truth. And he has told him the following, that Alonso's been brought in as a manager of the football club, not as the coach. And when you are the manager, and when you are managing a football club, and I know from the manager that I played under, you have to make some pretty brutal and ruthless decisions. They are strengthening every single position in the forward areas. They brought in brilliant players, experience in midfield. They've got defenders that have come in. You cannot take a chance with a goalkeeper. I said before, it's the most difficult position on the pitch. It's the one that carries the most scrutiny. It is the one that if you have got a goalkeeper that's making mistakes and he's anxious, it will undermine everything that you are trying to do. And I think in the next 7 or 8 days, Alonso may have to just make a decision that he needs to bring in an experienced goalkeeper, because his job is to be successful for Chelsea. It may be the sticks. It may be he sticks with Sanchez, but I think he has to protect himself. Now, sticking with Sanchez is the worst decision that Alonso will ever make. I tell you, if he ever comes and says, I'm sticking with this guy, that is the worst decision Alonso would have gone ahead to make, because this guy is calamitous. I tell you, he's calamitous, and we've evidenced this in this season and in the previous seasons under every manager. So I cannot come out and obviously back him for anything good in there for you. So I really liked the game, and I know many of you have gone ahead to enjoy this game of football. Chelsea have gone ahead to come in through and really put in a very huge shift. Now, on Carl Palmer, Gary Neville has come up and obviously said the following about this guy known as Carl Palmer. This is what he had to say. Look, maybe it's the best thing that's ever happened to Carl Palmer, because maybe his career is just drifting a little bit and he gets a massive pickup, the backside, a massive kick up the backside. Sometimes my dad used to say to me, you need to kick up the backside, and a reminder in life that you've got to basically retain the hangover every single minute of every single day. A point midway through my career where I dropped off for about a year and a half, and all of a sudden, you just get a reality check and realize things don't come easy. And you got to maintain that standard. That tonight was the old Carl Palmer that we are used to seeing complete years ago. A year also ago. And he's unbelievable to watch. That is the best performance I've seen all weekend. It makes you smile every time you watch someone like that. And he's a brilliant player. Obviously, that is Carl Palmer for you. And that's what he really gets you in that Chelsea side when you obviously trust him into that position. So guys, thank you for watching in through. Let me obviously get into the stats of the game. Then we get to the Premier League table and see who is where and who is looking good and who is looking ugly, because these walk hand in hand. To be ugly, there has to be someone beautiful. To look bad, there has to be someone looking good. Now, let's get to this. Chelsea. 14 shots by Fulham. Chelsea had 16. They almost shared the shots. Chelsea just had 2 more. Both had 6 shots on targets. 61% ball possession by Fulham. Chelsea had 39% ball possession. 596 passes completed by Fulham. 381 passes completed by Chelsea. 90% passing accuracy by Fulham. 83% passing accuracy by Chelsea. 12 fouls by Fulham, 7 fouls by Chelsea. 2 yellow cards to Fulham, 3 yellow cards to Chelsea. No red cards issued to any of the sides involved. 0 offsides to Fulham, 3 offsides to Chelsea. 6 corners to Fulham and 4 corners to the side of Chelsea in there for you. So that's exactly what really went ahead to happen down there at the side of Chelsea. Sorry, at the side of Craven Cottage. Now, the Premier League table comes in through. And this is how the table looks like. On top of the table is Brighton with 3 points. All teams have gone ahead to play 1 game, right? Brentford, 3 points. Arsenal, 3 points. Hull, 3 points. Everton, 3 points. Chelsea, 3 points. Ipswich, 3 points. Man City, 3 points. Leeds, 3 points. Newcastle 1 point, Liverpool 1 point. The rest are really having 0 points in there for you. And that means it's only 1 game that has gone ahead to come in through and register what we call a draw. But all the 3 games, all the other 9 games have gone ahead to obviously bring in wins. So, my man of the match, Carl Palmer. That is it. Carl Palmer was all over the place. I really liked it when the manager trusted him to do this job, and he came in through and obviously did it, and he's trying to send a message to the man himself, the man at England, that you really went ahead to do a very big mistake not to take me at the World Cup. That is Carl Palmer for you. Thank you for watching in through. It's been nice having you onto this channel. 30 minutes of streaming live. Carl Palmer is my man of the match. I don't know who your man of the match was in here, but Pastor Stephen, thank you for being in here. Sacy, thank you for obviously being in here also. And those that will watch this video later,